So we are looking at game 3. Viper and HERA leading 2-0 against YO and VIVI. YO is playing Polt, VIVI is playing Gojaras. On the other side we have the Turk player HERA and Portuguese player the Viper. Shivamshas, I can tell you, are pretty damn crazy against Portuguese and against Turks. That's going to be yeah, a pretty tricky one. Not sure how they want to play this. I really like the spot here for China now. I think it's like full Shivamsha and Polt booms 3TC. Is that an option? But how do you get to Shivamsha if both of you get castle dropped? Shivamsha's also dodged Henkineer-like unit? Yes. Yeah. Gojara's pretty strong on arena, learned that the hard way. Yeah. I only recently learned that as well. What are the sling rules for the show match? I don't know if there are any. A wall that could be deleted. Vivi still without a lumber camp, so probably going for the one in the back there. What a weird house out of him. Like the villager was here and he ran back to the top. Makes Link great again. Do we really miss Sling Arena meta though? I don't think so. Which is the best slinging civ? Depends on what kind of sling. I would think Vikings have to be one of them, yeah. No one misses sling? No, some people surely do. I think it should not be an absolutely never seen strategy. I think obviously there was a meta time where slinging was way too strong. But why is the green scout in yellow space? So weird. Back in the old days it was Vikings, yeah. I feel like the sling team games in ECL were way more entertaining than the 4v4 meta with 2 archers and 2 cav every day. Agreed. The Arabia games are pretty straightforward nowadays. Are there viable sling options right now? I think YO could technically sling VIVI. Yeah, like 3TC boom into sling. 12-4 is just too much. I think 3v3 is probably the team game format that I like the most right now. Through 3 rebalancing the pocket between the 2 flanks makes it quite dynamic. Tower rush? What is your question? I think this is just Forborg timing. Oh no, it is tower rush. Okay, my bad. Yeah. What's the plan with Portuguese? Fast imp? I think iron guns was the plan. But let's see if that's actually going to happen. Quite a lot of villagers on wood here. Archer range now coming. Tower not directly next to it. Maybe some more unbalanced map design could also make 4v4 better. With Arabia, it's too balanced. That's simply two identical sides. Yeah. There are different approaches to that. For example, two rivers placed differently to Arabia, I believe. I misled your teammate die. Wasn't it 3v3? I'm pretty sure it was 3v3. Tendo. And yeah, I actually hosted it once. And then there was an... I wanted to host it a second time. And then there was an internal Microsoft problem. And the tournament got cancelled. Yeah. Feels bad, man. I was really motivated for it. But also it's like really gimmicky, right? So it's tricky. Like, do you want it to be an S tier tournament? Kind of, no. How many builds are you normally taking? Did the camel get slower? Really easy wall off for the Viper here. Has to be happy with how this map is shaped. I think maybe even walling here could help out a bit. That tower is a bit on the late side, I believe. Archers, what can they find? Maybe could have arrested that a bit more, but yeah, not that much. And Viper on stone, no farmers at all. Actually, only missing gold. What's happening here? How does Viper have the resources perfectly? That's impressive. Without a single farm? Didn't know that those were options. And it will be the iron gunplay. Just needs some more gold. And is up. Solid stuff. Stable opening here out of our good Jara player. No surprise. And Shivamsha should be able to find quite some damage. Blacksmith only now. And we see HERA just booming. Goes for some light cav. And that's it. Huh. Just very little DK? Yeah, apparently. Now even goes for the farm upgrade. This greed of this guy. Crazy. Bought another 100 food to get the wood upgrade. Ay. And yeah, HERA just goes for the boom. Scout around here. Light cav arriving. Not the craziest damage output. Viper even commits maybe a bit too much there with his scout, but is not getting punished for it. Light cav, are they finding the kills? HERA, 3 HP, I think could commit there. Will survive a hit from the villager, no. And boink. Okay, gets at least 2 wills. And no, would not have survived a hit from a villager. Two extra town centers here. And one Shivamsha on the field. One more in the queue. No Janissary play here. And Viper can easily build the defensive castle. As you can see, villagers already being pulled. Should not be a big problem for him at all. Is sitting on 700 stone. Just waits for the spot to decide where to build it. Okay. Goes for that one. Feels very reasonable. Are the first 2 games worth a watch later? I would say game 1, no. Game 2 was had one interesting aspect in it. Yeah. And which teammate is better with HERA, Viper or Leary? Impossible to say, I believe. Leary for sure? What makes you think that? Some aggression here that won't really pay off, and I think the best boom could maybe be out of HERA. The question is still like, what are we doing against Shivamshas? They have played a lot more in 2v2 tourneys together. So? Do you think they have dynamics already in place that VIPER cannot learn? Or like that the team play is so much better and communication so much better? So better teamwork? You really think so? Oh, interesting. Okay. So Shivamsha should not take any damage here, so they can dive. I'm not really sure what the camel is doing there. And also going in might be a mistake. Oh, it's just ridiculous how they're not taking any damage. Villagers here, but with Loom. But still, one should go down. No save. Boink. Okay, oh! Over the wall. And as you can see, yeah, Shivamshas are absolutely crazy. Now just go off, reload. And they're fine. If and VIPER play more together, they can be at the same level. Can't they be better? Just I really don't know, right? Organ Cheeser? Well, actually, he doesn't get too much done with those. Okay, now he does. I just hate the students. I thought charge attack was stupid, but then this came around. Well, it's just really efficient against some very high damage ranged units. Oh, forward castle. Is YO imping behind this? Yeah, 800 food for 500 gold. This is a castle into fast imp. But, VIPER's already coming out. Will he allow this? Oh, against HERA. Oh, then the villagers went out too late. A castle in HERA's face now. Ooh, me likey. Siege Workshop Monastery behind this. I think it should be University though, no? Huh. You learn from the best. Lux play incoming. Kind of. Wheelbarrow will finish and then clicking up. Yo sitting at 700 stone. What is this placement? Like villages. Oh, that's so ugly. Like how they can't walk there directly. But yeah, it blocks the gold. So good one in that sense. So HERA limited to his main gold. And it will be fast imp behind. I think fast imp, one trap, and then sling. Might be the play. Okay, now pull those villagers away from stone and put those villagers on the stone. At least that's how I would understand it. Pretty solid economy here for Vivi behind this. Don't mind it at all. Town center even, okay. HERA's clicking up too. He doesn't have the gold, my friends. And still missing the buildings. So no, he's not clicking up. Yeah. As you can see, like those small indications there say he didn't have the buildings to click up. Is the rule of thumb when to place a counter tower to a castle? For example, if the castle being built with X wills, then tower. None that I ever heard of. Typically you need more than the tower to block it off. Okay, Petard coming in. Now Shivamshas. We need some quick walls here. That can be reasonably annoying. HERA going for a camel. 3GC play behind this really helps out. Okay, decides to jump even. That's the end of all the Shivamshas. HERA on the way to Imp. 1.5 minute delta, and obviously chemistry instantly. But will be some pressure here. I really think... What did we just lose there? University apparently, okay. War market? Okay, we don't have a market. Okay, Imp now. Camels being built. That's kind of it. We need some traps out here for Mr. Yo. It's this main focus. Viper, he just goes for Orient. Tries to defend here. Plays 2 town centers himself. Will soon Imp. How much gold and stone does he have in the bank? Mainly stone. So expecting 2 Victorias here quite quickly. Just need some more gold. Then probably send over Halberdiers to defend HERA. Or is it like a Halberdier Arbalest push into Yo's face? Tough to judge. How much stone does HERA still have? Actually, reseed some farms, so... HERA just lets this castle die. Interesting. Huh. It's a lot of Orient, hallelujah. Okay, Shivamsha production should stop till we get the unique upgrade here. Oh, and Yo even building another castle. Hallelujah. Zanos for euros. Hey, yo. Okay, now goes for the repair. Bombard cannon production started. Oh, and that castle obviously guarantees that the bombard cannon can't reach the traps. Ooh, interesting. No petards here. Oh, making it tricky. Now the first bombard cannon coming out. Farm upgrade. For 8 farms. Aggressive castle here. Shivams is arriving. Uh-oh, this is an interesting game. Okay, now production should continue. Shivamsha's in the queue. MSAO defensive castle, goes to stone walls, but not a lot of villagers there around. 3 traps, typically enough to kill a castle there. Opening that area. Now we need to see some walls against this. Gate. Good gate here, only palisade gate, but the hussars won't really find the damage there. And now the camels should deal with that. Monks in the group, that's the big problem. And yeah, all traps still alive. Good job, good defense. Now Orient's coming in. Oh god, those players, such a high level. Those timings are just so on point. Feels like Elite Shivamsha indeed is coming in. Maybe some Obuch even. Are those an option? Tough to say. HERA expanding there after seeing how little gold he has. Coming in, then those bombards could be an option. Traps shooting and HERA. Whoa! Survives with both. Felt like both could have died there. Ay, 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 ay. Traps really need to focus that one down. Okay, now the camels, are they committing? Double castle fire, monks around as well, but they're not really going for the conversions. Traps trying to help out as well. Bombard cannons doing some more, and it feels like HERA is investing a lot, is winning this fight, but it's still under 2 castles. So traps here getting shot down. Bombard cannon micro is pretty damn solid. Production simply not there properly out of Vivi. Doesn't really have the economy apparently. 111 villagers. Would love to see him go even higher, but those bombards, they really paid off here quite nicely. HERA, that gold is desperately needed. He is out of gold income pretty damn soon. Mr. Yo needs to repair. Now builds an Obuch, jumping on those. Bombards is an option. Damage output obviously not crazy out of camels. Goes back with the camels here. And now can be repaired behind this. Interesting play. Obuch around. And maybe some more Shivamsha raids an option. That could easily be cleared up with some Shivamshas later on as well. Obuch now leading the charge. 73 villagers by Mr. Yo. Actually not too bad. Just one Shivamsha here. Could make life so much easier for Vivi, but how would he know? Now dives again. Camels taking the fight against the camels. Don't forget the bonus here for good Jaras. Should be a good fight for Vivi. Now taking the score lead. Goes deep into this one. Banking coming in for the Viper. Wants to sling some resources. Still nothing there against the bombard cannons. Now the camels are committing. Mr. Yo has to be happy to see how HERA is struggling here, and we see the big commitment, and all bombard cannons are going down. HERA drops below pop 100 here. The Viper sits at 2 Victorias, 3 Victorias at home. But it looks really rough for HERA. What can he do? Loses the starting town center. All those villagers have to be evacuated. Oil guns now moving in at the other side though. Pikeman count not really that scary. Can Viper still win this one maybe? That's the big question. Oh, look at that. Farm TC here out of HERA. Needs to go a bit further to the top to get some more wood. That's obviously an area that's really tough to break. All eyes on Viper. Mainly goes for Halberdiers. Some more Halberdiers being sent over to the Orients to help out. Villagers obviously not really dodging a lot of projectiles, so they will be falling. More army now coming over. Chakrams even being mixed in. Halberdiers loving this fight against all the Shivamshas. Or camels here at the side. Viper can combine armies, and that was costly. And that trap, will take some time. The castle will even fall, right? And then no more Chakrams. Orient's back in this. This is still a pretty open game, I would think. HERA starting to reboom. Camels finishing him off. Trying to run with some villagers. Maybe could go even move towards Vivi, but feels kind of risky as well. Trap survives for now. 2 more shots, buying some more stone for himself. Is this trap surviving? Seems like yes for now. 2 more hits, and it feels like Vivi is holding this one. Chakrams should be really good in this fight. Shivamsha is committing against the trap. 1 kill, 2nd kill as well. The castle survives. What a crazy good hold by Mr. Vivi. Army was simply too late there. Maybe the Orients could have helped out against the Chakrams there. Maybe some more damage in the back. Shivamshas were not around, and Vivi has to be really happy with that clear up. Whew. Hindsight, it seems like Viper had to go Vivi first. Yeah, maybe. Mr. Yo was too far behind. Maybe not that many Orients. That's simple. Go to more Halberdiers. But so easy to say for us. If we see everything. 100 villagers. Pretty crazy play by Mr. Yo. Still has a control over those gold spots as well. Those villagers are getting killed. Overall population 240 against 260. Viper's still in this one. Viper's still fighting. Shivamsha count at 16 and rising. So those should die here as well. But HERA, ooh, those camels coming in pretty clutch. That's actually really good. Makes the Shivamsha clear up basically impossible. Bombard cannon finding the defense here. Mr. Yo getting back into the game apparently. Oh, this will be a massive engagement. Camels need to block this one off. Oh, not the greatest fighting positioning here. HERA and Viper, it seems like neither player is really watching this one. Need to focus down the Chakrams in the back. That's not really what's happening. And now everything is getting cleared up. What a good play by Vivi again. Is just slicing through this. More camels coming from behind as well. And Viper couldn't really use his army to full efficiency. Minus 30 population. And whew. Viper, 3 Victorias behind this. Can it carry enough? Problem is that Halberdiers will completely die to the Chakrams. Arbalest Kind of weird that we get that much gold. Arbalest Bombard Cannon. Another play here out of Mr. Yo. HERA, he just needs to get to mass food eco, and then Hasa is actually a reasonable unit here. Viper has banking, so should be able to send some resources. Can Viper hold us forward? Would really surprise me. Army just looking really strong out of Vivi and Yo here. Power of the Victoria. Well, but Power of the Victoria is way lower in team games, right? Look at that. Gold and stone already taken. So, Victoria to generate all that gold. We need like a 3-hour game. Okay, Harbor is taking a reasonable fight against the Shiramshas here, I would think. But Harbor now should get shredded by the Chakrams. Indeed, that's what's happening now. But so many Shivamshas died. Viper can't be too unhappy with this fight, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Now it feels like 1 base against 3 base. 1 base against 2 base. Yo castling HERA instead of Viper probably was the key moment, yeah. And then Viper castling Yo instead of trying to put on the pressure. But as I said multiple times, so tough to judge in that moment. Pretty sure they've never played this scenario before in their life. How do you answer camels now with ARPs around? And how do you answer ARPs with camels around? Full Orients. Do we have elite Orients, by the way? No, still Castle Age. Viper knew that Yo had 30 volts, he would have castled Yo. What? And Yo have 30 and Viper could castle him. Okay, but HERA's doing a good job of coming back into it. 4 TCs here, Hasa's around now. Orients really need to be the killer unit. Uh-oh, Shivamsha's now trying to jump in. Not going to happen. Bombard cannons closing down the distance. Rams coming in as well. And this could maybe be the last engagement of the game. Camels are moving in against the Hassas at the front. Arbalest shooting from behind. Hassas are trying to squeeze through, trying to go for the bombard cannons. But I don't think that's the most important thing. Military-wise, we are double the numbers here for YO and VIVI compared to Viper and HERA. The cast is going to fall, Orients are going to fall, houses are going to fall, and the dreams of winning this game with that one. Pretty good engagement. HERA and Viper have to call this one, and YO and VIVI are on the scoreboard. 1-2 now out of this one. Really, really nice game here. Whew. That was a strategic one. That was a really strategic, interesting game. And obviously, as we said, Gojaras against Turks and Portuguese, really strong. And therefore, I can't fault Viper and HERA. Like, maybe on the draft, they could have considered, okay, our civs are super bad against Gojara, maybe we should pick someone else. But in the game, I think chances were really limited. Maybe playing something more aggressive, but how can you? Nice play, nice play. I'm excited for game 4, which will be another arena game after this. Interesting. Good that YO and VIVI are taking at least one. Crazy KD by Mr. Yo actually here in the end. 103 against 29. Pretty sick. Well, didn't have a lot of units on the field that could die. VIVI really active in fighting. And HERA obviously couldn't get to the pretty KD. VIVI, the only one with untouched eco, basically. Viper suffering, got the tower rush, then had to go for you and slowed him down. And HERA obviously lost so much. And what do we have? Relic gold. 5 relics for VIVI. Didn't even see that happened behind the scenes as well. Using the map control. Nice move. And yeah, pretty impressed by that. In timing here by Mr. Yo, 26 minutes was enough so that We couldn't really get onto enough camels, and obviously the gold problem was certainly there for poor HERA.